Okay, guys, so in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to copy and paste, different types of trade ideas and, whether it's a buy limit, sell limit, instance execution, and so on. So make sure you pay attention because you're really going to need this. So there are different types of trades that you guys are going to be seeing, that, you're going to be copying and pasting basically. So there's going to be trades that are going to be instance execution. There are going to be trades that are going to be buy limits. There are going to be trades that are going to be sell stops, sell limits, buy stops, and so on. So how do you now know which is which so that you don't end up making any mistakes? So I'm going to be going through them now. So this is an example of a trade idea that you guys are probably going to be seeing. And as you can see, it says sell gold at 46.71 slash 46.73. Now, in most cases, when this type of trade idea is sent out, it means that the gold is currently at this market price. So it is instant execution. But there are going to be cases where gold might be at 46.69 or 46.70, so it is not yet quite at entry. So what you do is that you wait until gold gets to 46.71 before you take that trade idea. Now, for example, if let's say gold is at 46.50 and they said, oh, sell at 46.71, that means there's still quite like a lot of space before gold gets to this level. So you can actually set a pending order, which in this case would be a sell limit. But if gold is at 46.69 and you see that, oh, it's already close to getting to entry, you will just wait. So you're not going to set any pending order, you will just wait. And once it gets to this area, you will now take a sell. Or if you see this trade and you see that gold is already at 46.71, what you're going to do is that you're going to sell immediately. So as far as you see it at 46.71, or even anywhere from 46.71 to 46.73, you want to click sell immediately. So you're going to be taking it as an instance execution, and you set your take profit levels, your stop loss and your take profit levels. So it's that simple. So you can see that it varies depending on where the market is. So you need to take note that, okay, anytime a trade idea like this is sent out where, they put the entry, you want to check if it is already at that entry. And if it is not at the entry, you wait until it gets to that entry, then you can now execute from there. So now another type of trade idea that you're probably going to be seeing is something like this, buy USD card now, sell USD card now, buy GBP JPY now, something along those lines where they are telling you to execute now. So they're either telling you to buy or sell now. So in this case, it is an instant market execution. So there's no need for you to, check for entries or anything. Once you see the trade idea and you see buy now, all you want to do is that you want to execute immediately and put your take profits and your stop loss levels, and you're good to go. Then another one is, something like this, set a buy limit on GBP JPY. So what you want to be doing in this case is that you want to get the entry. So you want to copy the entry and you want to go and set a pending order. In this case, the pending order is a buy limit. So you go to an MT5, take the entry, and I'll be showing you guys how exactly you can do this. And, you can do the same thing as well for, sell stop. So you can see set the sell stop on USD CHF. You just copy the entry and, go ahead and set the take profit levels and stop loss levels as well. So now that you guys understand this, now let me quickly show you how you can actually copy and paste these trade ideas. Now, when you come to your MT5, it's going to look like this. What you want to do is that you come to quotes. So you're going to go over to quotes and you want to set the currency pair that you were sent. So now let's say in this case, we want to take XAUUSD. What are we going to do in this scenario? Gold is also XAUUSD, just for reference. So what are you going to do in this scenario? You want to search for XAUUSD. So you can see that, oh, we have XAUUSD here. If it is not clicked, what you want to do is that you want to select it until it has this check mark. Once it has this check mark, you want to go back and you're going to see it here. So you're going to see it in your quote. So now we can see XAUUSD here. What I want to do is I want to click on it. Then we want to click on trade. So now that we're met in this page, what next do we want to do? So you can see that it was sell gold at 46.71. So we can currently see that the current market price is 46.68. You can see this number that is just above sell by market. This is the current market price. You understand? This number that is just above sell by market, this is the current market price. So in this case, we would want gold to come to 46.71. because that's where they told us to sell from. So if it is not there, you want to wait, or you can even easily set a pending order of a sell limit and put the price as 46.71. But if in the case now, because we can see that it's already very close to the entry, we might not want to put that pending order. We can just wait for it to get to 46.71 before we execute. But now let's say it is already at 46.71. So let's say, for example, it is already at 46.71 and we want to execute. How do we execute? First things first, we want to come and check our lot size. So we want to make sure the lot size that we're using is appropriate. So there's going to be a video on how to calculate your lot size and how to calculate your risk. So you know the appropriate lot size to use, depending on the trade idea. So that video, you can ask for it so that it can be sent to you. But yeah, you're going to adjust your lot size first of all. Then the next thing you want to do is that you want to copy the take profit levels and the stop loss levels. So now we can see that the stop loss is what? 46.74, 46.74, sorry, 46.74. Then the take profit levels is what? So there are three take profit levels. Now, in this case, where there are multiple take profit levels, you want to select one. So you want to select one. So now let's say, for example, you want to select TP2. So you will now put 46.66 as your take profits level. Then once you've done this, the next thing you want to do is to just click on sell. As far as you see that, this trade idea is around the entry of a 671, you want to click on sell. And that's just how you're good to go. One thing you don't want to make the mistake of doing is, you don't want to take a trade when it is not as entry or when it has passed entry. That's just something you don't want to do. So always make sure that if a trade like this is sent out and they indicate the entry, always make sure that before you execute, the trade is around the entry, or you can, if it is far enough, you can easily set, a pending order, or just follow as instructed to, by the person that sent out the signal. So if you do have any questions, after watching this video, just release it back to the person that sent you the video, and they will be happy to answer any questions that you might have. So yeah, in this case, let's say the trade was at the market price was at 46.71, and you've already put your stop loss and your take profit levels. The next thing you want to do is just to click on sell, and you'll be good to go. And you would be, in the trade. Now, that is for this first one. Now, for the second one, for a case where, they say buy USD CAD now, how exactly do you go about this? So still the same thing. You want to come to your quotes. You want to search for the currency USD CAD. If it is checkmarked like this, you already know that it is here. So now we're going to look for USD CAD because it's already checkmarked. So we're going to look for USD CAD and click on trade. Then once we click on trade, you can see that it is buy USD CAD now. So this is an instant market execution. So we're going to leave this at market execution. Then all we are just going to do is that we're going to come here, put our take profit level. So maybe you want to use TP1, so you can put TP1 1.33500. Sorry, that's not serious. That's the stop loss. You put the stop loss first, which is 1.33000, then 1.33500 is the take profits. Then once you've put your take profit, you've put your stop loss. Again, always make sure that you check your lot size and make sure it's the right lot size before you take any trade or execute any trade. You need to know how much you're risking and how much you could potentially gain as well. And like I said, there's a separate video on that. So make sure you watch that before you even take any trade. Make sure you watch that before you take any trade. Then once you have put in your lot size, your take profit and stop loss, you just click on buy and you are good to go. Click on buy and you are good to go. Now, if you are now met with a trade like this where it says set a buy limit on GBP JPY, what are you going to do? Again, make sure that you search for the currency pair. So GBP JPY, I already have it check marked. So if you don't have it in this quotes, just search for it and check mark it and it will appear here. So GBP JPY, you click on trade, then you can see that it is a buy limit. So we're setting a buy limit on GBP JPY. So what's that? What does that mean? I'm going to click where it says market execution. So click on it. Then you want to select buy limits. Once you select buy limits, you can see that you're going to be met with a price column. What you want to do now is to put the price. So the same set the buy limit on GBP JPY at 211.000. So what you want to do is that you want to copy the price. So the price that they gave us is what? 211.000. So we're going to put that here. Then once we've done that, you want to carry the stop loss, which is 21 21 0 points 2, so 21 0.200. Then you also want to put in your take profit level, which is 21.500. So once you've done this, the next thing you will now want to do is to place the pending order. Place it. Then once you place the pending order, you can see this is what it's going to look like. Once you place the pending order, when price gets to the entry price, it is going to activate and execute you in the trade. So you putting a pending order is just to basically make sure that when price gets to that level, you don't have to check your phone. It will just automatically tap you in and you'll be in the trade. So that's how you set a buy limit. Now for sell stop, it is literally the same procedure. So you search for the currencies, USD, CHF, check markets, then you now, click on trade. Then you click where it says buy limit or market execution. So you click that place, that same place. Then you now select sell limits. Then, sorry, in this case, it was a sell stop. So you select sell stop. Then once you select sell stop, put in the entry price 0.79.000. Then the stop loss. The stop loss is 0.79500. Then the take profit is 0.78500. So you put in the take profits, put in the stop loss, put in the price. I always make sure that your lot size is, the appropriate lot size for your account size. Once you've done that, you click on place and you are good to go. So this is basically how you copy and paste trade ideas that are sent out. So like I said, different trades call for different procedures. So there are trades where you just execute immediately. There are trades where you have to, set a pending order. Either it's a buy stop, buy limit, sell stop, sell limit. It is always going to be indicated in the trade idea. So you can see, okay, set a sell stop. So that means you go and you set a sell stop. Then you see set a buy limit, you go and you set, a buy limit. So if they say buy now, you buy now. And if they say, oh, sell gold at this price, that means, price, if anytime you see, sell gold at a certain price, you understand? Anytime you see sell gold at a certain price, that means price is already close to that price that was sent out, basically. So if you see a trade that says, oh, sell gold at 46.71, there's a likely chance that that trade is already at 46.71 or it is at 46.70. So it is already around that area. So immediately you see it at 46.71, just quickly execute. It's going to be very quick, within 5 seconds or 10 seconds, or even 30 seconds at max or 1 minute at max, it should come to this, area. So all you just have to do is to just wait. If it is already there, by the time you get to MT5, you execute immediately. So you sell immediately. But if it is not just there, maybe it is missing just a very small amount, you just wait for, a couple of seconds for it to actually get to that price before you execute. And now that you know how to copy and paste trade ideas, the next thing you need to know is how to actually manage your risk so that you don't end up making mistakes. And like I said, that is a video that you should watch before you even start trading at all. You're learning how to manage your risk, learning the trades that you can take, learning, how to avoid late entries and all of that. That is an important video that you need to watch before you actually start trading. But if you do have any questions, relay back to the person that sent you the video and they'll be very, very happy to, answer those questions.